Well, hello and welcome to another episode from Silly Social Media. I'm Sam Flynn, your OK host for today, and today we're going to be looking at finding content to share on social media. So in particular, we're going to look at finding content through the social platforms themselves, using Google Alerts and using Google Reader, and then just a few words of warning about sharing content through social platforms. So let's dive straight in. So first of all, what am I talking about? OPC. Well, OPC is other people's content, and it's a really important thing to share on social media because it means you're not always talking about yourself. You're sharing other people's stuff, and at the end of the day, there's loads of experts out there that you can share their content, and your fans and followers are going to really appreciate you for doing it. Obviously, as well, if you stick to your industry, it also gives people another indication of actually what it is you do. So again, it's another reason for people to connect with you, follow you, like your fan page and so on, because it's full of great content. But obviously you need to find that content. So that's what we're going to kind of cover off today. First place you can find that, industry experts. So all these people tend to be on social media, kind of top experts in your industry, more than likely are already going to be on social media. So that kind of speeds things up for you, because if you follow them, like their fan page, connect with them on LinkedIn and so on, you'll see their updates, you'll see what they're posting out there, and then you can share it too. So how are you going to find these industry experts on social media? Well, it really is as simple as going to their website. So this is the website of Mary Smith, who is a bit of a Facebook expert, so someone I really respect and like the blog posts of and read the articles of. And you'll see on Mary's website, if you go over here, connect with Mary, and all her social media links are there. So I just need to go to all those and obviously follow her on Twitter, like her Facebook page and so on. So really all you need to do, I would suggest, is go to the website of those industry experts, and you should know the industry experts in your field. If not, obviously just Google your field and Google, the word expert after it, and I'm sure you would easily find them. So once you've got them on social media, here's a few social media for experts, for instance, then you can use their links. So if we go to this one, social media today, what's your social media strategy? I can click on that link and it's going to take me through to that web page. And then all I really need to do is kind of have a read through of the article as it comes up. And then I can just copy and paste this link into my own update and, actually start sharing with people that content. So can be as easy as that. Or you might want to retweet that content and just send it out and say, it's their content, just send it out straight from them. You're still sharing it with your followers, and that's great to do now and again. I wouldn't always retweet. I think sometimes it's better to actually post it yourself, show that you've read it, show that you've found it yourself. But, if all else fails, just click that retweet button. If you want to kind of read it later and think about showing it later, then click on favourite, because then you can stick it in your favourites, go back to it at a later stage, and it's there for you to do whatever you want with, whether that's share that yourself or whether it's retweeting it. The same is obviously true on the Facebook pages as well, and all the other places you can connect with them. Just scan those for that content. So I think that's a really easy way to find people's content. They're sticking it out there for you. They're making it easy for you. So just follow them on Twitter and you will find the content. Another way to find stuff to stick out there is Google Alerts. Now, I think you should be using Google Alerts anyway. Now, what Google Alerts do is if you stick in some keywords, it will email you however many times you've asked it to and let you know about updates of that keyword on the internet. So really important that you actually do this for your own company, because obviously you want to know if your company is ever being mentioned on Google or on the web, and it will pull up all those mentions. So every time there's a new mention of your company, you'll be emailed a Google alert to let you know. But obviously Google Alerts are also really good to find new content as well, because if you put in those keywords of what you're looking to kind of share, the kind of content that you would want to be sharing, Google will just email you a full list of all new blog posts, all new updates that actually mention that keyword. So for Google Alerts, you just go to google.com/alerts and it gives you this box. and then you just stick in your search query. So what is it you actually want to search? So for example, if you were a sports psychologist, you might want to keep up to date with the latest mentions of sports psychology. And then we're going to go, yeah, we want it to be everything, every kind of mention on it. How often do we want to be emailed? Let's be emailed once a day about that, so we can keep up to date with the results. Only the best results or all results. I would suggest for your company, you want to be searching for all results, but otherwise you might just say only the best. Stick your email in the box and you will be alerted every time, once a day, with all the updates of those keywords. And obviously you'll then find all those brilliant blog posts and articles to share mentioning things in your industry. Google is basically doing a search on the internet for you, so you don't have to go on there every day and run a new search. And then once you've found these industry experts, and you might be reading their blog posts all the time anyway, you've probably got them in your favourites on your browser, you've probably bookmarked them so that you can just go back to them. But what that won't do is show you when there's a new update. You're going to have to go through all your bookmarks, all your favourites, to find those new updates, to find those new blog posts from your industry. So instead what you want to do is use Google Reader. And our Google Reader, a really, really good tool if you keep up to date with a lot of different blog posts. So Google Reader is simply google.com/reader. And this is kind of what it looks like. It's showing me these are the new updates of the blogs that I subscribe to. So I can just scroll down, pick something that I want to post about. I've even got them organised at the side here. So I can go down to my social media blogs and pick something out from there that I could possibly share with everyone else. And it will highlight to you all the ones that are new since the last time you looked. And then once you've kind of had a look through, you can mark them all as read. And then next time you come on, you'll see there's a new update from that blogger, from that article site. So you don't have to go looking around all the different sites for your content. You can just manage them in your reader and stick them into different categories. And it's really easy to add the blogs you want to subscribe to your Google Reader. All you do is go to the blog site. So you've found your kind of the page on the site that you want to subscribe to, the kind of updates that are on there, whether it's the blog page or the article page. Take your link, copy it, and back to your Google Reader and click that red subscribe button and then just paste in that link and click add. And that will then load that up into your Google Reader. You've now subscribed to it, and as you can see, it's showing me all these new updates from that website. So Google Reader is such a brilliant way of very quickly keeping on top of that OPC, other people's content. So you can just have a quick scan through what is new on here and take kind of an example, click on the link, and it will take you through to that blog post, and then just copy and paste that link in, obviously adding in what that link is all about on your update. So a few words of warning about sharing other people's content. First of all, make sure you read the articles. Don't just post them. Don't be lazy with it. There could be something in there really controversial that you don't agree with, and then you've just gone and shared it out as if you were kind of fully on side with it. So always make sure you have a read through of the article first. What's great about that is that you keep up to date with everything that's going on in your industry as well, because you're having a read through of industry blog posts. And thinking about your industry, have a think about actually, is it relevant and interesting to your target market? Is it going to be interesting to them? Just because it's in your industry doesn't mean it's interesting to your target market. And have a strong think, have a real sit down for a while and think about what would be interesting to my target market. So, for example, if you're an accountant, probably the latest HMRC regulations isn't very interesting to your target market. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really into that. But what would be interesting to business owners, which is your target market if you are an accountant, is business growth advice, things that are going to help people grow their business, marketing articles, anything that could kind of move them towards growth. So that's going to be much more interesting to your target market than if you just blog about HMRC and VAT and numbers and things that, to be honest, just absolutely boggle my mind. And use these blog posts as well to open up conversation. So great to kind of just post the title of the blog and the link, but even better if you can actually ask a question on the back of it. Ask people to read it and let you know their thoughts. You know, add a question in and you will open up conversation through using other people's content. And remember, you don't want to be boring on social media, so don't just post links. Don't just be posting other people's content all the time. It gets really, really boring. Mix it up with all the other updates that you can be doing on there. You know, this is a video solely talking about other people's content. What it doesn't mean is that's all I want you to post. I think you need to shake it up a bit and post lots of different types of content, different kinds of update. So, like I say, don't just post links, please. So here's your silly summary for posting other people's content. So first of all, OPC, other people's content, really important thing that you do share other people's content and not just your own. Number 2, look for your industry experts. Who's an expert in your industry? Then go follow them on Twitter, like their Facebook page, connect with them on LinkedIn, find them everywhere you can. And then you can see their updates as they come through, and you know when they've posted a new blog post or a new article. Number 3, set yourself up some Google alerts with the keywords of the type of articles you will want to be posting, and then get them sent through to your inbox so that Google is doing the job of finding blog posts for you. And sticking with Google, number 4, use Google Reader, or to be honest, any other type of reader. Google Reader is definitely my favourite though, to manage your blog subscriptions so you can see when new content has been released. You don't have to go trawling for it. And number 5, make sure you read it before you post it so you know that you agree with the content. And number 6, is it relevant to your target market? Is it going to be interesting to them? And finally, number 7, use it to build conversation. Ask questions when you're posting OPC. So use that OPC to build conversation with other people and don't just post links. So it's been another great episode of Silly Social Media. I really hope you're enjoying these videos. I certainly enjoy delivering them to you. And I think you probably know the drill by now, but make sure that you are connecting on all these different platforms. I shall see you on them, and I shall see you next week. Goodbye.